All right, so Tesla owners online broke some new news.
Breaking. Tesla sells Maxwell to UCAP Power. Tesla kept the dry electrode IP. They weren't interested in the ultracapacitor stuff.
And Elon confirmed. Ironic indeed, as I was at one point going to do my PhD at Stanford on high energy density capacitors for use in electric vehicles, but lithium ion has it covered. Even with no advances in lithium ion technology, it's possible to transition Earth to sustainable energy. He said dry electrode is a key piece, one of the many pieces of the puzzle for lowering costs of lithium batteries. That said, it has required an immense amount of engineering to take Maxwell's proof of concept to high quality volume production, and we're still not quite done. So let's remind everyone who might not be up on mergers and acquisitions what we're talking about here.
Remember that Tesla bought San Diego, California-based Maxwell Technologies back in 2019 for $218 million.
Yeah, Tesla got two important technologies from buying the company, their ultracapacitors and their dry electrode technology.
At the time, we were pumped about both technologies. The dry electrode tech allowed lithium-ion batteries to be made without wet slurry. That takes a lot of extra time and energy to dry.
And the ultracapacitor, we thought, could be used to enhance regen braking and allow for faster acceleration, especially in things like the semi-trucks.
Well, it appears that Tesla has sold back the ultracapacitor part of Maxwell to UCAP Power.
Yeah, UCAP Power said in a press release last week, UCAP Power Incorporated, a leading developer of ultracapacitor-based power solutions, today announced it has completed the purchase of Maxwell Technologies Korea, the Korean-based ultracapacitor business, as well as other related assets, including the Maxwell brand. Gordon Schenk, CEO of UCAP Power, said, "We're thrilled to combine Maxwell Technologies Korea's ultracapacitor manufacturing capabilities and one of the largest patent and product portfolios in the industry with the growing family of products developed by UCAP Power. This combination creates a clear market leader in the wind turbines, reserve power, automotive transportation, microgrid application markets."
Now, there was no disclosure on how much Tesla was paid for the ultracapacitor business.
Now, I don't want to give up on ultracapacitors here. I mean, it is possible that ultracapacitors will make a comeback into the drivetrain, but it might be that Tesla decided not to vertically integrate them for the time being.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep in mind, Tesla clearly set out to buy Maxwell Technologies specifically for the dry electrode IP. They really wanted that to make lithium-ion batteries better, cheaper, faster, all that good stuff. The ultracapacitor stuff at the time we thought was like, well, it's Maxwell Technologies. They're known for their ultracapacitors.
Right.
So clearly this is going to be ultracapacitor stuff. And it turns out that it wasn't, as far as we know. Now, interestingly, Tesla sold back the, ultracapacitor stuff to previous owners of Maxwell Technologies. Right. So they're they sold it, and now they're buying it back.
And that's an important point, because if you sell a company and you're like, yeah, we sold it, hands off, let's go to the Caribbean, then that means that you really weren't that interested in the tech. But the fact that they're like, please give us back the tech, Elon, we want to work on it some more, shows that maybe Elon's like, hey, you know what, we won't vertically integrate right now, but we can come back and buy that tech later.
Because honestly, it's not something that Tesla really wants on their books. They're a very diverse company. They have energy products and car products and solar products, and they're exploding into different markets, but the ultracapacitors are kind of an already established business. If they have a bad quarter, why have them all mixed up in the mix and have people get confused and upset about the ultracapacitor business not doing well? Just by selling it back to, the Maxwell executives and saying, okay, go ahead, keep running your...
Well, that's another good point. If you're not ready to use those ultracapacitors in Teslas, that means that they can't ramp up production. Whereas maybe there's some other companies they can start selling ultracapacitors to, which will then bring down the price. And then Elon can come back and go, oh, great, you've got it down to a great price per kilowatt hour or whatever, however you measure ultracapacitors. Now's the time to put it into our vehicles.
Right. And it's probably true that the technology just was not there to make an ultracapacitor to fit in a car that would, for the size and weight of it, do anything useful.
Or the price wasn't there.
That too.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Mondays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below to head over to the Now You Know channel.